It's absolutely over for us, for crypto right now. Just forget about it all. Walk away, close your eyes, forget that you lost money, and just close the doors. Nah, I'm just kidding. Happy New Year's to you, and beautiful benevolent blessings to you, my wonderful Crypto Bliss community. I truly appreciate you, and thank you for being here with me today on the channel. In today's session, really, is it over? We have to ask ourselves these questions. But in this video, I'm going to give you some clues to show you that maybe it's not over just yet. And maybe we're at the point where you should possibly be scooping up a little bit. There is quite some uncertainty in the market right now, but that's okay. Uncertainty, when the most fear is, that's when you think you shouldn't be doing it, that's when you should be doing it, right? And when you think you should not be selling, that's when you should be selling. So don't make mistakes that other traders and other people in crypto make. Guys, it is blitzing hot here. I've got my aircon on, I've got my fan blowing. It's cooking. I'm here to do a video with you today. So make sure to stay with me right to the very end. And thank you once again for coming through to the Crypto Bliss community. If you did not go watch that video yesterday, you need to watch that video. It is critically important to what it is that I'm going to share with you in today's video, because could Bitcoin really hit the new all-time highs before January 15th? I'll give you some more clues in this video. But for now, let's delve right in. So Bitcoin breaks after the 4-year cycle after 14 years. Now the question here is was Bitcoin ever actually in a 4-year cycle, or was it just following the business cycles and actually the PMI? Okay, because every time we get into the sell territory for the PMI, we have a massive crash every single time. And just have a look at that, right? Just that was 2008's crash. Boom, sent us right from 90, 91 all the way down to 16. That is terrible, my friends. Now, where are we here? We're actually building a rising wedge pattern, which is generally bearish. So I would expect us at a later stage to become bearish. But for now, I ain't bearish. I'm bullish. Okay. You can see that we're oversold on the stochastic. The MACD is a little bit kind of iffy at the moment. But really, we should start to pull back up into this territory. Once we start getting the PMI back up into the 78 and above territory, that's your signal to sell. Get out. Okay. Just know that when I see the liquidity right now, we're rising here. I think we're going to go and take out 95, maybe even 100K. And I'm going to show you why I see that in a short moment. I think we're going to go take that out before we come take the bottom out, okay? Which means we actually haven't hit the bottom. And I do believe we could end up having a far more shallow bear market case for Bitcoin and crypto. Now, before you go anywhere, the altcoin open interest and volume, the yellow is the BTC price, the blue is the open interest on altcoins, and volume is kind of diminishing. When volume diminishes and the open interest is slowly creeping down, my friends, we're going to have a catapult. Look what happens when it comes down. You just have this massive open interest. The same thing. When it comes down, it goes up. That's what happens to crypto. So when it's down, that is your time to consider adding more to your portfolio. Of course, this video is not financial advice, so please do not take this and go and sell your house and your wife and your kids and put it all into Bitcoin and crypto yet. But we are close. And so the warning that I give you is that in 2026, okay, when we have this here, you can see that all of this right now, we don't have any other further indication, but right now 26 is pulling us into a very interesting scenario. Governments and interest. So the interest is massive right now. All right. The US Treasury has a massive problem that nobody wants to talk about. That giant blue spike, yeah, that's trillions in US debt that expires in 2026. Not 2030, not 2040, 2026. Really, in simple terms, and all of it has to be refinanced at much higher interest rates than the near zero environment it was originally issued in. In simple terms, the US loaded up on cheap debt. Cheap debt now has to be rolled over at expensive rates, and interest costs are about to explode. Something has to give, and the market's taxes, spending, or the dollar. I think it's going to be the dollar, because that was Trump's initiative, right? So when it does, it hits everything. Stocks, bonds, housing, crypto. Nothing will walk away from this, my friends. It is literally our warning. And I share that with you right now because I am concerned for you. Okay? Yes, we will see much higher prices. By 2030, Bitcoin is going to be much higher. So whether we have these gigantic crashes or not, doesn't matter. Just continue to add to your portfolio. And as you'll see, Bitcoin is somewhat mirroring silver, which acted as a freaking altcoin, right? You would have wanted your altcoin bags to have done this already, right? This entire move. Of course you would have. Now, silver is kind of coming to a little bit of a pullback scenario here. And then as you can see, Bitcoin is sitting up here. And I will talk about this chart in a short moment. But before I talk about that chart, I want to talk about this chart. Okay, this is the daily. It's my bear flag pattern. Okay, and as you can see, there's my initially shorter target for the bear flag from there to there. And then this target is the whole move. Okay, now all I can say to you is we're hovering around. We're pretty much chilling hard here right now. If I go into this and I look at the 4-hourly time frame, what I do want to show you is that you can see that we've got a bottoming candle over here and a doji candle over here. And we got two more dojis starting to form. Now, what we can see here is pretty much this entire chart has remained above that level. Now, if we break the $86,969 level, we're going down. End of the story, we're going down. We're going to grab that liquidity down, and we're going to go back down to like 80 to 75, maybe even $68,000. Okay. If we go up and we get up into this area here, you can see here, when we probably would retest the top of the wedge, and then break out of the wedge, club the 91 area, pull back a little bit, and then maybe pull up into the 100,000 zone. Why the 100,000 zone? Well, if we have a short little look here at the 100,000 zone, you can see my box here. It is pretty much chilled right there. You can see there, look at that level there. Okay. That's the 100,000 zone right there, right at that little area over there, okay? And I just have to show you, look at the stochastic right now. It was oversold and we still went down, okay? Just warning you that you should not rely necessarily only on the signals. You should rely on your trading knowledge and your trading skills. And if you want to know more about that, then make sure to subscribe to the Crypto Bliss community and hit that notification bell so that you know when I do other trading videos. I have not done live sessions for a very long time, and I don't intend to do live sessions for a very long time. I'm going to continue to do the videos like this for you. I think it's just more manageable for me, and so I get you the content that you desire. Now, gold, you can see we spoke about this yesterday. If you have watched my video, go check it out. But for now, let's draw back to this Bitcoin chart. Now, ever since the bottom, we've actually built a very, very strong rising wedge pattern, which generally is a bearish pattern, but the pattern continues until it breaks into the bearish. And that's something you need to understand. Now, Bitcoin on the, this is the total crypto market cap, excuse me. The total crypto market cap. Now, ever since that bottom, look at what we've done here. We are also hovering currently on my white box here. We are hovering on a very strong support level. It's looking like Bitcoin is holding up the crypto space because the total crypto market cap is, of course, mostly made up of Bitcoin. Total market cap is about $3 trillion. That's where the market cap is sitting right now. We need to psychologically remain above the $3 trillion level market cap. So for you, my friend, what I'd like to share with you is obviously you can see what we have been doing. So for me, we break up to the top, we pull back to the bottom line. We break up to the top, we pull back to the bottom line. We didn't quite get to the top here, we pull back to the bottom line. Could we at the next level break up and through and give us a very strong indicative line of where we could be heading to? Now, I would expect us at the very least to get to this $5.56 trillion level, but honestly, I would see us probably up here at the $6.5 to $7 trillion level at the very, very least. Okay, so for me, my friends, this is what you need to be watching out for right now. We're going to start getting indicators. We're going to start seeing the buy signal here from our UT bots, and it's going to tell us to get in. You can see where the level of resistance is at 3.5 trillion. The market cap has to get through that area first before anything else. Now, that is going to be the area for us to watch from where we currently are. Right now, that is going to give us at least a potential of a 21% move up in the crypto market cap space. Ladies and gentlemen, the video, please make sure to subscribe to the Crypto Bliss community. I'd like to show you my trades. You can see Ethereum is starting to really look like it's wanting to go up. That's all I'm going to say to you. Forget about the volume right now. In fact, I'm going to delete the volume here right now so we have a clean, clear chart. Ethereum is actually looking really rather juicy and delicious. Now, as you know, my take profit is going to be up there as well, which is the same candle on every chart that I have showed you that we would possibly wick up to. That will be my take profit, $3,800 to $4,000 on Ethereum. Could possibly even get up to that $4,059. I doubt it because that's the resistance level, $3,946 on Ethereum. Okay, now let's go and have a look at some of the other charts. Well, let's go and have a look at Aptos as an example. There's Aptos. We've had a buy signal here. We are a little bit looking a little bit weird on the stochastic, kind of rolled over. So, but we are making higher lows on the stochastic, so I'd expect that to continue, and I'd expect it to continue to go to the upside. Now, this is a 134% trade from currently where we are to potentially that very much that same area right there, potentially at the $3.94 level. My friends, look at your risk to reward. 18% risk to 134% reward. That is a 7.42 trade for yourself right now. And then the moment the trade finishes off, let's go and, because I did enter an Aptos, the moment the trade finishes off, we want the perpetuals. So we want the perpetuals, right? Look at that risk to reward ratio. Honestly, it's a no-brainer to take the trade, right? And even if we bounce down a little bit, it's okay. I've risk managed. But once we break up out of this little zone, you can see we've got a mini head and shoulders here on Aptos. Okay, busy forming. Shoulder, head, shoulder. My friends, once we get up somewhere at least up into the 190 area, I will pull my stop loss right up into my entry zone, and then I'm going to have a free trade, and then I'm going to make free money, and then I didn't even use my money basically. So, well, you did, but you didn't at the same time. And you can apply that same principle to any of the other trades that you are in and that you want to get into. Okay, you can see my trades. Ether is still down a little bit. Algo is down. My ADA actually got taken out yesterday, so I might re-enter into my ADA, but I will have a look at that in a little bit. If you appreciated this, make sure you subscribe to the Crypto Bliss community, especially if you are part of the 80% of you are watching this video that have not yet subscribed. I wish you, your families, a prosperous, abundant, blessed, and happy, wealthy, healthy new year and year ahead. Much love and light from the Crypto Bliss community. We'll see you on the next one.